The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer launched a little bit earlier than Rockstar had planned due to it being leaked, but they have officially released it and we got to see our first official look at Grand Theft Auto 6. This video is kind of like my first impressions, but also we're going to cover 10 major things that we have learned from the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. So the first major thing we learned from the trailer is the game is due out in 2025. We weren't given any month, either early or late, but it would be safe to say that we might get this in late 2025. So there is going to be a long wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 still. The next major thing we learned, which a lot of us would have known from the leaks, is the game is going to be based in Vice City and the surrounding area. We got a good look to see how big Vice City itself was, and we also got to see how dense it was when you get down onto the ground. We saw dense packed beaches, as well as bustling streets and busy establishments. Vice City itself is a fictional take on Miami in Florida, and we can see that the surrounding area for swamps is also going to be included in Grand Theft Auto 6. In the trailer, we clearly saw an airboat skipping across the swamp, and there are also two quick scenes in this area also, one of which has dozens of flamingos on the screen at once, which just looks awesome, and also tells us what else is included, which is animals. Throughout the trailer, we saw a few animals, from a chihuahua running with its owner across the densely packed beach on Vice City, from a lot of gators being attacked and pulled out of swimming pools. Of course, we did have animals in Grand Theft Auto 5, and in Red Dead Redemption 2, animals played a big part of the main game, but I always found it a really good inclusion into the open world to make it more real, so it is great to see all of that is back. I am curious, are they going to have pythons in the Everglade running amok, as I know that is a big issue in Florida at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. Not only are the streets going to be busy with cars, but the waterways are also going to be bustling. We saw glimpses of large luxury yachts as well as massive ship containers, and it looks like a whole host of boats and jet skis just scurrying around as well on the water. The water effects also look amazing, from the little ripples to the surf to the trails that the boats leave when they go past. I'm really looking forward to seeing this in game. We also learned that GTA 6 is going to be drenched in social media. There were a good few scenes that we saw in this that might be very similar to like Instagram or TikTok, with a follow button and a bunch of comments lighting up the screen. Maybe this is all just part of a cutscene, but it is possible as well that it could be kind of integrated, similar to how like Badger News and the news stations are included in Grand Theft Auto 5. We also saw a little bit of evidence that Rockstar is going to keep some of its trademark satirical humor. And the first thing that I spotted was the billboard that said "It cures emotions," which is obviously a bit of a dig at the pharmaceutical industry, particularly Pfizer, which looks like the logo is very similar to, that they'll basically peddle anything. You know, it's like if you're feeling anything at all, you'll need a drug for that. For me personally, the satirical humor was always a huge part of the Grand Theft Auto series, and historically Rockstar used to mock anything and everything and didn't care who. And I genuinely hope that is something that will continue on into GTA 6. We also saw a glimpse into some of the possible mini games that you might be able to do, from like customization in lowriders in Vice City to the Trillbilly Mud Club, which will hopefully include some dirt racing on quad bikes and dirt bikes, as well as some monster trucks. But I love the mud effect here. It does like cake on to the NPCs. So I'm really hoping that we will see awesome mud effects when you're racing through the back swamps. Again, like the first impressions of the world were really impressive in this game. The foliage rendering is awesome. I mean, we definitely got to see a lot of this when you were looking at the foliage in the swamps with the flamingos. In the cities, you can see all of the people just crammed in there, and they also built upon the Red Dead Redemption 2 NPC generation, so it looks like all the NPCs are randomized, which just makes it look so much more realistic and immersive. I mean, the real star for this trailer for me was 100% the world. I'm definitely interested in seeing it. Which brings us to our next big reveal, which is this is going to have the first female protagonist in any of the Grand Theft Auto series. Not only did this trailer introduce us to the world of Vice City, but it also introduces us to Lucia.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
Rumors have told us, and it does seem to be fairly legit, that this is going to be a very Bonnie and Clyde story with Lucia and Jason. And this trailer definitely showcased that bit of a love story here. I mean, the trailer is only 90 seconds long, so each second of that trailer is carefully picked out and chosen for. So they're clearly trying to establish that this is going to be somewhat based around a romantic story between Lucia and Jason. Personally, I've always been a bit worried over the departure of so many key players in the writing staff on Rockstar Games that the writing might take a bit of a hit, and sadly this trailer hasn't done anything to discourage me to thinking that, but I still hope for the best. And I am excited about everything else in the game. The world looks amazing, and for me personally, that is the biggest selling point of any Rockstar Games title, and that is, what is the world you're going into. I love all the care that they put into crafting the ultimate world just by the sheer geography of it, but also how they drill down and just find all these really hyper immersive details and just things that make you really feel like it's a living, breathing world that you're playing in. And for me, this is what keeps me playing the game. Long after I play through the main story once, twice, 3 times, I am just still messing about and exploring and finding new things. And for me, that is what Rockstar Games is just getting better and better at doing. And I really hope that Grand Theft Auto 6 is just going to push the envelope even more, and that we're going to have an awesome game on our hands. But please let me know in the comments your thoughts on the trailer. Are there any little details that you noticed that got you excited for the game? And what are your thoughts on a Grand Theft Auto love story? Massive thanks to everyone who supports the channel. Really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Alright people, I'll catch you very, very soon.